Monty Python and the Holy Grail isn't my favourite film just because it's hilarious, even though it is. It also has, by what I can only assume is freak chance, one of the thickest and most unique atmospheres of any film I've seen. Now, since the word atmosphere is vague and pretty meaningless, way to go making my channel unfit, I'll instead try to explain what I think the tone of the film is and how they've achieved it. Considering the actual content of the film is a jumble of light-hearted and not in the slightest bit serious skits and jokes revolving around its medieval premise, the creators have somehow gone unnecessarily hard with its atmosphere and tone. Every scene is completely convincing. The characters feel as if they're actually in the Dark Ages. All the sets look worn and dirty and are filled with both humorous and down-to-earth details. The forests are beautifully bathed in sunlight, cast in shadow, or swimming with fog. Many of the castles are just straight up real-life ruins, or in other cases extremely lifelike miniatures.
It's only a model.
The costumes are lifelike and unexaggerated, and the entire film has this 70s grainy look that I find complements the atmosphere perfectly. Okay, there's one big reason why I find this film to be a breath of fresh air compared to almost any modern film, and many older films too. It's also how I think they got away with creating such an amazing atmosphere with a staggeringly small budget. It's that the film is as simple as it can possibly get. Where today, every film has to have a whole ass universe with massive CGI fights and vistas, slews of characters and convoluted plots, Quest for the Holy Grail has none of that. It's as if a modern film has been boiled down to its core components, and then these components have been honed and perfected to an insane degree. I mean, the film mostly consists of the same 5 cast members in differing fancy dress, prancing through forests with fog machines on in the background. Now, that may seem like a criticism, but it's actually what makes the film so damn good. It doesn't need anything else to muddle and confuse it, and it's why it's only an hour and a half long. The focus is instead on its witty, sharp, and completely timeless humour, and its deeply atmospheric setting. On top of the setting itself, there are 2 other aspects of the film that perfectly enhance its tone. The first is the music. Neil Innes, RIP, did an absolutely stellar job with the film's score, which feels as if it's been ripped straight from the Middle Ages. They let this man cook, and cook he did. But I'm no music man, so I can't fully analyse this aspect. All I can say is it's awesome. What I can analyse, however, is the film's numerous cartoons, which are used to break up its main content. These are created by none other than the GOAT himself, Terry Gilliam. What he's created here is, in my opinion, his magnum opus. His whimsical, surreal style works insanely well in tandem with the traditional medieval illustrations which he's used as a base to work off and tinker with. His shading, colour schemes and compositions are both great alone, but also somehow completely match the rest of the film, to the point where some scenes have these cartoons seamlessly mixed with the live action stuff in the same shot. It's somehow never jarring, and the 2 styles work so well together. But in the end, much like the music, you just have to see it for yourself to fully grasp it. I've now realised I've gone into all this depth, and I haven't really said what I think the tone of the film actually is. Well, contrary to the film's jovial and light-hearted subject matter, I find the tone to be mainly dark and mysterious, while also maintaining the beautiful atmosphere of the Scottish Highlands where it's shot. But that's not all. There's an almost dreamlike, surreal aspect to the film's atmosphere, which definitely comes from the combination of the core visuals with the music and cartoons which complement them. At the end of the day, to really see what I'm rambling on about, you have to watch the film for yourself. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's unlike any other film I've seen. Even the other films by the same directors don't hold a candle to it in my opinion. If you have Netflix, give it a try. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you. If this video does mildly well, I'll consider doing some more film stuff on top of my video game stuff to really confuse the algorithm on what my channel's about. Drop a comment if there are any other films you think have some cool or unique atmosphere. I always love hearing your thoughts and opinions. Okay, bye I guess.